I'll be out in a couple minutes.
Let me just finish paying the ransom, and we'll build this box stand.
Smile.
Oh, come on, don't you guys have anything better to do?
How about a drink?
What'd you say?
How about a drink, movie star?
Hey, Ben, that's Ben.
Lady, go over and drink with me. Hey! We got a fighter here.
No.
Hey.
Ben.
No.
Ben. Not now. It doesn't matter. Please, Ben. Stop it. It doesn't. Ben.
You people are unbelievable! You're scum, you know that? You're scum!
Get in the car. Okay, start the car. Still, Ben.
What's wrong? Let's see those pearly whites. Everything.
Did you get him hitting me? Now listen, I'm not going to use this in the story, but I need it for my files. Give me your name.
Milton Watley.
Okay, Milton. Do you know Ben Rowan, the movie star?
Yes.
How well do you know him?
Well, from the time he came into Bright House here, I took care of him.
Would you say you were a friend of his?
Yeah, he's a nice man. I like him.
Listen carefully and answer what I ask. Are you a friend of Ben Rowan?
Yes.
Okay. I hear that he's a drunk.
He wouldn't be here at Bright House otherwise. That's who's here, alcoholic.
So then you agree he is a drunk?
Absolutely.
Now, just so there's no question who we're talking about, Ben Rowan, the movie star, right? You're his friend, and you say he's a drunk.
That's what I'm telling you, as his friend. Ben Rowan, the movie star, is a drunk.
We got that sucker cold.
I thought you called yourself a psychic. Now you listen to me, Hofstadter. I got my rump on the line. I need 20 story ideas by 5:30. I've only got 14 so far. What do you mean you don't have any emanations? Get one. Fly you to Monaco? Are you crazy? What do I care where she died? Listen, Hofstadter, she was an American before she was a princess. Well, I don't need her Monacan aura. You mean the sand doesn't remember her in Malibu? I'll call you back. Get on this.
Oh, Peter, wait. How'd this go? So, here. Stand up here.
Oh, Jill.
to take a look at this. This is the front page that increased our circulation over 500,000 just this week. But take another look at it. Because this is what our paper is all about. When you live a life where you have to account for every penny that you spend, where your husband comes home at night and he falls asleep looking at television because he's tired and because he hasn't anything to talk about, then your life is gray. Your life is made of straw. You want color, you want excitement. You want to go to far-off places where only the rich go and where the famous of the world live. You hunger and you thirst for the true lives of the glamorous, of the important. Not your Uncle Phil or Aunt Beatrice, because you know everything there is to know about their lives. And what they do doesn't thrill you or excite you, doesn't make your life richer. So you go into a supermarket, and after you buy your orange and your steak, which you need because your belly is empty, you stand before the rack where the tabloids are, because it's your whole life that is empty. Now, you can have a choice of any one of the publications on that rack, but you want value for your money. And this page has got that value. This is the page that wins the war. This page pleases me. Good work, Simon. That's all for now. Thank you.
You know, Rowan and North are making a new picture together.
Really?
Yes, a $25 million budget.
You have anybody inside?
Not yet.
Let me know when you do.
Don't ever forget that, kiddo. So, Lady, the limousine waits. Let's go eat, all right?
I can't. Oh, come on. You still on a diet?
Diet? They don't want to hear about no stinking diet,
I
Helen.
am not on a diet. I have exactly 8 minutes to get to gate 112 and catch my flight to New York. Helen, we were supposed to have 2 hours together. I know, but everything changed in Hong Kong. It's my deadline. I have to make this connection. It's not fair.
She's not going to eat with us. Let's just get her to the gate on time and get rid of her. Don't ever touch a star, Helen. There, these are for you.
Muggy. Bangkok was sunny, but I almost got shot. You're joking. No. I tried to sneak a couple of pictures. The subject matter took offense.
Well, what'd you do?
I got the hell out of there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a nice article. And it's going to be a very nice book.
Hey,
Yeah.
all right.
I got a commitment. Oh, great. Yeah.
And I can play you when they make the picture.
Well, I thought Meryl Streep.
Who's going to play the guy who tried to shoot you? You know, I've always wanted to work with Meryl Streep.
I love Meryl
Isn't she
Streep.
wonderful?
Thank you.
Passenger Julie Benetti, white courtesy telephone. Passenger Julie.
What are you two doing?
We're making a modest little picture.
Yeah, we fooled him again.
Will they never learn?
With a budget of $25 million.
25. A modest little movie? What's it about?
Sex.
With your own husband?
Yeah, it takes some of the fun out of it, but the pay is good.
Thank you, darling. Too kind.
Next, please.
Helen Grant. Maybe she can't find it and you'll have to stay.
Oh, great. Why don't you stay? I know, you can't stay.
Look.
Thank you. Oh, have a nice flight. Oh, we're boarding right now. They're very close personal friends. Did you see who that was?
Simon, this is it.
I think you're gonna like him.
Nico, good stuff.
This is the really interesting story, the best for last. I mean, it's got elements like she's up for murder now. But in the beginning, she had a very even disposition. I mean, she was really sweet. She weighed 609 pounds exactly to start with.
We're taking an ounce.
Up there on the platform, you know, in the carnival, she was very sweet, but she couldn't get a date. So she sent for this diet. She lost over 300 pounds in 18 months. I mean, her whole metabolism changed. She lost pound after pound, and she could eat anything. You know, the carnival fired her. So she enrolled in a secretarial school to learn typing and shorthand. By this time, she weighs only 180 pounds, and she gets a crush on the guy sitting next to her in class. Naturally, you guessed it. He can't see her for
Chicken fat.
dust. One day, she takes her courage in her hands. She passes him a note. If he would like to go to the movies with her, she'll pay for both of them. He sends her back a note. Sorry, I don't date fatties. At this moment, all she weighs is 181 pounds.
Skin and bones.
Something broke inside of her. She went out. She got a gun. She came back. She shot him right in the shorthand class. I mean, she killed him. It all came out of the trial.
Now, how do you intend to handle it?
How about diet turns ex-fatty into killer?
I don't need your help. I see it as a biography with a week's sample diet in a box.
I like his idea better. Work on it.
Do I get a cold byline?
You get rat poison.
Very competitive woman. Okay. Platt took these at the airport this afternoon. The one on the right is Helen Grant. I had research run a quick background on her. She was North's roommate at college.
Obviously still very close.
Yes, all three of them. It's even better than just two women. And she writes. It's made to order.
Helen. Is everything calm?
Oh, Troy's in bed. All's well.
I made the cab wait for you.
Oh, thank you. Don't really relish looking for a taxi in this neighborhood so late at night.
Here.
Oh, no. You mustn't pay me. Nannies will bill you, you know.
This is just for you. From me to you. And this is for the taxi.
Thank you. Messages are by the phone. Mail's on the table right there, and I think that's about it. Good night.
Good night.
I'd just like to tell you, Troy was a wonderful baby, and he's becoming a fine young man. You have a lot to be proud of.
I am proud. Thank you.
Good night.
Well, be careful now.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
I was waiting for you. Oh, no.
Mrs. Helen Grant?
Speaking.
My name is Harold Fallen. I'm the publisher of Inside World.
Yes?
Are you familiar with Inside World?
I know what it is.
We'd like you to come to work for us, Mrs. Grant.
Oh, I'm afraid I'm not interested.
We can offer you $65,000 a year plus expenses to start. And a generous allowance to cover the cost of moving to the West Coast.
No, thank you. Thanks a lot. But no, thank you.
May I ask why not?
I told you, I know what your paper is. Good night. Hello?
Mrs. Grant, I'm prepared to go to $70,000 a year on your starting salary, and I'll go another $5,000 on top of that at the end of the first year.
The answer is still no. Please don't call again. I'm going to bed. Good night.
I guess we'll just have to make her an offer she can't refuse.
How was Southeast Asia?
You'll just have to read my article. Hi, Stanley.
Hi. Welcome.
Oh, thanks.
How's the flight?
Oh, long.
How's the article?
You tell me.
You want some coffee?
Nah.
I got some good news, and got some bad news. The good news is we'll run the article. The bad news is next year.
What was all the bull about a deadline?
Things change.
I've got a commitment on a book.
Not until the article's in print.
I got a $5,000 advance writing on it.
Oh, I'm not going to turn the copyright back to you before I print the article.
I need money now.
We bought the article, and you were paid for it.
That's spent. It's always spent before you get it, and you know it.
Listen, hon, I got my own problems. We lucked into a deal with Norman Mailer for 100,000 words. 5 parts, 20,000 words an issue. Now, I need the room. I can't hold Mailer back. I can't get you in.
Who do I send my landlord to? You or Norman?
If you have an idea for another article, I'll let you have 500 in advance.
Really nice seeing you, Stanley. Thanks. Thanks a lot. How's the other guy? They're both fine. Ooh, that's a beaut.
Hey, Reuben, gotta clean up an aisle 4.
What was your day?
Not too great. We're not going to run the article until next year. You going to tell me what happened?
A couple of guys wanted my lunch money.
Did they get it?
Yeah.
Why don't you just give it to them in the first place?
Better if you make them hassle for it. They have to hassle you every time they leave you alone. They don't like it if that's your work for it. Might as well get a job.
Whatever happened to the good old American work ethic? You know what we're having for dinner tonight, don't you?
Tacos?
Tacos. Is this stove fixed?
Do you want me to ring that up?
Oh, no. Sorry.
That'll be $9.72.
Ouch.
Gonna get a new stove out of that book.
Stove and a refrigerator. Hello?
Mrs. Grant, this is Harold Follen again.
Mr. Fallon, you keep wasting my time like this. I'm gonna send you a bill.
I'm always willing to pay for the cost of business. And it's clear we can't do this on the telephone.
On the phone or off.
What do you want to fly out here and talk to me for a couple of hours?
What?
You tell me how much it will cost me and when you can come. And I'll have a messenger at your door in 15 minutes with the money and a first-class round-trip plane ticket.
What do you want me for?
Ah, that's what I want to talk to you about. Just tell me what your time is worth.
$2,500.
Done.
I want to be there by tomorrow morning and back here by tomorrow night.
That's fine.
No strings. I warn you right now, I'm going to say no.
You don't even know what I have to offer you.
Whatever it is.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Hello, Mr. Fallon.
I'm so glad you were able to come. Please. Here, let me have your coat.
Oh, thank you.
Can I get you anything?
No.
Well, it's very difficult to imagine what people are like until you meet them, isn't it?
Where do you find privacy here?
Oh, I don't mind being seen.
Oh, I need my hiding places.
Tell me, why don't you like my paper? Mrs. Grant, this is the time for frankness.
I don't like your paper, Mr. Fallon, because it's garbage.
Well, garbage is a harsh word. Can we compromise? How about vulgar?
Well, it's also vulgar. What do you want to hire me for?
I run a tabloid, and I compete with other tabloids. Now, you may not believe this, but I can't do that without good writers.
Well, how do you know what kind of writer I am?
Well, semi-literate. I read other publications besides my own. I picked up a copy of Lifestyle, and I read your Bag Lady article. I liked it. You write well.
Well, thank you, Mr. Fallon. It's very flattering. Now, can we get to the point?
What this is about is exciting work, a comfortable lifestyle in a pleasant climate, and $80,000 a year.
That's a lot of money.
I like to think I pay my people well. And when you're on assignment, we pay all expenses. And that includes a company credit card, so you never have to lay out any of your own cash.
Mr. Fallon, you've got the wrong person.
Why? Are you unkind to little children and small animals? Have you ever been to Santa Barbara? We sell 4.5 million copies of Inside World every week.
That doesn't change what it is.
Well, the world doesn't belong just to college graduates. I put out a newspaper for people who never went to Yale or Harvard or Caltech. Never had the chance to go to any college. And they happen to be the majority in this country. Now, the fact that they buy their newspaper, my newspaper, in the supermarket, doesn't make them any the less important.
The new elite.
Mrs. Grant, you're a snob. How would you like to put up money that your bag lady never bought a copy of Lifestyle and read what you wrote about her? But if you wrote the same article for me and I published it in Inside World, she would have read it. You can give odds on that. But maybe that's not important to you.
You mean this goes with the job?
No, but you can rent it if you like. It's available.
Do you own it?
I picked up the key from the real estate agent.
You're trying to seduce me.
I want to make it possible for you to work for me. What's bothering you?
I'm annoyed with myself. I find your offer very attractive.
And what are you afraid of?
The money's great. I'm just not the kind of lady who can laugh all the way to the bank. I like to be able to look at myself in the mirror in the morning.
You can have both.
Oh, come on. If I work for you, when's the next time I write a true word? Are you going to tell me I'm jumping at shadows?
You're the one who does the writing. I just sit at my desk and wait for you to bring it to me. I'm in your hands. I'm at your mercy.
Why do I find it so hard to believe you?
My name is Harold Fallen. I'm the publisher of Inside World. This is June the 9th, 1984. I'm dictating this as an irrevocable stipulation in a contract between myself and Mrs. Helen Grant.
I haven't agreed to make a contract with you.
If Mrs. Grant should agree to sign a contract with us, it will be part of that agreement that in carrying out her assignment for Inside World, she will write only the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. She will not be required to withhold or distort information of any kind. And if she does so, that will mean the dissolution of this contract. But if she carries out the terms of this agreement and writes nothing but the truth, this contract cannot be revoked or canceled before its term.
$80,000 a year?
That's right.
Moving expenses?
Of course.
What are the schools like here?
I'm told that we have some of the best in the country here. Would you like to send your son to a private school? I'll help you find a good one.
I need a housekeeper.
We'll get you a housekeeper. But her salary comes out of your pocket, you understand? Do you know how to drive a car? I'll rent you a company car.
Why not?
I want Ben in the picture as much as you do. But facts. I'm trying to deal with facts.
How about this fact? I won't do it without him.
I'm not going to put him in the picture without insurance on him.
You can get insurance on him.
If I want to pay $800,000 for it, what happens to us if he goes on a binge for a week?
He is not drinking. He is off the sauce.
We are talking about production cost of $200,000 a day, Meg. Whether we shoot that day or whether we just sit around waiting for somebody to sober up.
He's sober, and he's staying sober.
Okay. Okay. You want me to accept that? I accept it. Let's talk about Ben's health. You want to talk about the health of his liver? You want to talk about the health of his heart? I'm sorry to be this blunt. What do I do if he drops dead 3 weeks into shooting? 3 weeks is $4 million. Do I just eat it? You want to take a look at his medical report?
I won't do it without him.
We can make the picture without Ben, Meg. I can get the money. But we can't make it without you. It's not bankable without you.
Then don't do it.
Meg, who in his right mind is going to pay a premium of $800,000 for Ben?
I will. I'll pay. You can take it out of my salary. That solve your problems?
It does. If you put it in writing.
What do you think I'm up here doing with you, Paul? Playing games?
You think I'm playing games with you?
I'll do any damn thing you want.
Okay.
This is between you and me. Ben's not to know, and neither is the street.
He's not going to find out anything from me. Andrea, head this confidential. 3 copies. Today's date, to whom it may concern. I hereby agree to assign all or any part of the salary due me for my services on the motion picture now titled Adam Loves Annie, as required in payment of the premium for completion insurance in connection with the services of Mr. Ben Rowan on that film. The signature is for Miss North. Put my signature on it as a witness, and your own signature as the second witness. All copies back to me. Do you want to have your lawyer take a look at it first?
Is it satisfactory to you?
It does everything I want it to do.
Then it's fine with me. Next step is the one you have to look out for.
Yeah, I've noticed.
What are you doing?
Just trying to see where the world goes to. Hey, is this for me?
Probably.
Yeah? Did you have a good day?
Medium rare. Looks like you had an interesting day.
You're looking at the Ben Rowan Memorial Highway.
In memory of what?
Whiskey I have known.
That's a lot of bottles.
Enough to last a year.
Maybe more. Where'd they all come from?
Just call up the liquor store. And you say, send over some booze. And they say, how much do you want? And you say, what I get from you last year. That's how much I want.
A long year last year.
Just your regular 365 days.
Not even a leap year.
This is scary. It scares the hell out of me.
Want to see your present? Don't do that. Now I get to take this one. Our picture.
Yeah.
Us.
Do you?
I want to
See how much?
Mrs. Grant's house, please.
Hello?
Mrs. Grant, good morning. I have an assignment for you.
Now?
Right now, I'm afraid. A helicopter is picking up 2 boys, Siamese twins.
Mr. Fallen, I'm in the middle of moving in. Everything is in the middle of everything else. No, guy's not there.
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Fallen, the house is a mess. My son is in school. You're asking me to have him come home to a new house with me not there.
Well, that's what you have a housekeeper for.
Hey, yo, guys! No, back. No, I want this around. Mrs. Skye? Oh. Mrs. Skye, could you please put things in order?
Surely.
Thank you.
Why don't we move that parallel to the terrace doors facing in?
What do you think I'm trying to do, Jed?
You got to save the both of them.
Jed, we're not going to save the both of them. I told you, all the chance we got if we could just save one of them.
Let the doctor alone. Let him do what he has to.
Let's get him to the hospital.
You saved the both of them, you hear me?
Please, move away. Thank you. For your ambulance pickup records, here's the story. Each boy's got his own heart, and each breathes with his own lungs, but they share one liver, one spleen, and one set of kidneys, all located in Arthur's body, and Arthur is just about dead.
Chuck it in the bag.
Did they separate them?
Both dead. They got them apart, and then the second one died, too.
On the operating table.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, it was building up to a nice story.
Where are we going?
To get the picture in the box.
What's the picture of the box?
Coffin. Last look at the departed. Shoot him in the box, put the picture on the front page.
Just what the Inquirer did when Elvis died.
Yeah, it's a tradition now. Okay, we'll meet back here at the car when you finish interviewing the parents.
When?
When what?
You mean you want me to interview the parents now?
Yeah, what do you think I brought you out here for?
No way.
I thought that's what you're good at, interviews.
For God's sake, give them a minute to their own grief.
No. You get them when their defenses are down. That's when you get blood.
I don't work like that.
Listen, when you're with me, you take my orders and you carry them out.
Or what? I get court-martialed and shot?
You get paid for work. You don't do your work, you're a thief. Let me try. Howard, that was good. I want to do it all the way around. Just go. Just do this with me, will you? Well, we can do them together. So try to even it out. We'll get that close. Let's get that close. I'll do it. No, you're out of frame. It's too, you ain't got enough here.
Mr. and Mrs. Bell, I'd like to ask you a few questions about your children.
We're not just in the mood to talk to reporters right now. You can understand that, can't you?
We just took a terrible loss.
Don't you want people to know how you feel?
Those that have children of their own who know how we feel.
Right, and those are the people that need you the most. I mean, how do they feel? Worrying about their own children. You've been through this. What about them?
Maybe he's right, honey.
I just feel so low right now.
Talk to this young woman. She'll tell your story to the world. I'll wait for you outside. I don't want to intrude on these people's grief.
Mrs. Bell, I have a son. And I am so very, very sorry. Now, why don't you just tell me about the boys? Just tell me anything.
You like it, Mr. Folan?
I'm disappointed, Simon.
It's a good picture.
You've given me a picture of 2 boys in 2 coffins. Now, what has this to do with Siamese twins?
Well, that's the way they are now.
Are you telling me we don't have a story?
No, Mr. Folan, but we have to deal with reality. They were separated by surgery.
Then unseparate them.
We took the wrong picture.
That ought to wake him up.
That's the idea, isn't it? Evening, Mr. Bell.
What's the matter? We're all sleeping. It's the middle of the night. Well, what do you want?
I want to help you. And I want to help those boys of yours.
My boys are dead. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't want to see them put into the ground in those pine boxes. They deserve better. How would you like to see them in a bronze coffin?
They'll lay just as quiet in pine.
I am going to get you the best coffin you ever saw. And I'd like to give you and your wife some money besides.
Well, what do you want to give me money for?
I want you to sign a paper.
What kind of paper?
Well, it's a release.
To do what?
To photograph your boys.
Well, you took your photographs before and I just signed no paper.
I know, but this is an exclusive. Here, read it.
Well, I don't have my glasses. Why don't you read it to me?
I hereby grant to the publication Inside World all rights to publish from this day forward to the end of the universe the photographs here and described.
Mister, you got to get God to sign that.
You want $1,000?
Come around in the daylight like honest people.
What's the world coming to? Can't even give money away anymore. Are we gonna go home now?
Not McKee. He'll think of something else.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Is this the most luxurious one you have?
What are you looking for, a coffin or a condominium?
This one. What was it? 5?
That's right, 5.
3, 5. 5, that's pretty steep.
Mrs. Grant. Did I startle you?
No, I didn't think anyone was here.
Well, your housekeeper was kind enough to let me wait. She had to take your son to school.
I didn't see your car.
My chauffeur dropped me off. He'll be back shortly. Coffee?
Oh, yeah. Black, please.
I had a chance to talk with your son while I was waiting. He was telling me how well he's doing in school.
He always has. He's my bright boy. That's beautiful.
Little housewarming gift. I hoped you'd like it.
Thank you. That's good. Oh, I'm so tired.
I can imagine. That was a hard assignment.
I feel drained. I just want to crawl into bed and go to sleep.
You've earned it. But let me lift your day a little. I want to congratulate you on your work. I like your words. It's a good article. I was going to call you, but then I thought, no, I'll come and tell her in person.
Thank you.
And I have your next assignment.
Not today, though.
No, we'll let you sleep. But I think you're going to like this one. Change your pace. You're going to cover a movie for us.
The minute I open my eyes, you got me.
It's a big movie. $25 million budget, and it has big stars. Ben Rowan, Meg Nor.
Did you know that Meg was my roommate in college?
Really? Well, that's a bonus.
Well, I know Ben, too.
Better and better.
I think I better pass on this assignment.
Did you say pass?
Well, I feel a little certain conflict of interest here.
I don't understand.
I wouldn't do anything to hurt them.
Well, how can you hurt them? You're going to write the story.
I'm sure you can find something else for me.
Yes, I can. But I'm not going to. This is your assignment.
I don't want it.
Now, what are you afraid of?
I know them well. I'm very fond of them. I don't think I could be objective.
I appreciate your concern, but you're a professional writer. I have faith in your objectivity.
And if I still say no?
Mrs. Grant, you're not a freelance writer anymore. You're a member of my staff. You don't have any choice in your assignments. I'm told this is Ben Rowan's comeback movie. Write a comeback story.
Hey, time out. Stop enjoying so much, Ben.
Darling, would you put these in a vase? Thank you.
Laws and mercy, my husband and my best friend.
Oh, boy, he's so cute. Enough of this lovemaking. Now we drink.
We don't drink anymore.
I don't drink anymore.
We don't drink. This house doesn't drink.
Okay. You gotta diet something?
Sure do. Diet something this way.
I'll pick this up when I leave.
Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
Oh, you sure could have fooled me. What's it all about, Alfie?
They picked me up in the street a couple of months ago. About 10 days drunk.
Well, don't stop now.
Well, I don't really remember a lot about it. I woke up in the hospital. Meg on one side of the bed, the doctor on the other. Meg just looked at me. The doctor said, "Hey, Ben, don't you want to live?" Actually, I didn't.
Ben.
I couldn't get over not being a big star anymore.
But you're making a picture.
That's now, we're talking about 4 months ago. You never saw Meg like that. She wasn't eating, she wasn't sleeping. Just cheekbones and eyes. I knew it was about me, but I didn't know what the hell to do about it. I wanted to do something nice. Another car, another fur coat, another what? Finally, I just asked her what she wanted. She said she wanted me. That wasn't worth 3 cents, you know, but that's what she wanted, me. So I did what I could. I promised her I'd try not to die carelessly. So, this house doesn't drink anymore.
Well, okay.
Let me take those, okay? Thanks.
Oh, there you go.
Why didn't you tell me?
Tell you what.
I filled her in on the backstory.
You never said a word.
I ran out of words.
I would have been here.
It's history. Come on, let's change the subject.
The friends.
Amen.
Amen.
So, what are you doing in Los Angeles?
What am I doing in Los Angeles? Ah, yes. I am writing an article on your picture.
Your what?
Mm-hmm.
That's fabulous. How'd you ever talk lifestyle into that?
Well, actually, I'm not doing it for lifestyle. I don't work for lifestyle anymore.
And you talk about people not telling you things? What happened? They give you a hard time about the drug article?
I'm so glad we're all sitting down because I think this is going to come as a very big surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, I am living in Santa Barbara.
Helen!
Hey!
I took a job with Inside World.
You what?
I took a job with Inside. Hello?
How the hell could you do that?
They made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
Don't be smart.
Hey.
Are you out of your mind? Do you know what that rag is? Do you know what they do to people? Do you know what they'll make you do?
It's not gonna make me do anything. I'm a big girl.
You're a damn fool.
Another country heard from?
I want her out of this house.
Ben.
Get her out of here!
Ben!
Get her out of there!
Ben! You stay right here. What are you doing?
I don't want her in this house.
What are you talking about? That's not stranger. It's Helen.
I don't want her here.
All right. Calm down. Let's talk.
I want her out of my house.
It's melodrama.
You think that's melodrama, then how's this? If she doesn't get out, I will. You think I'm kidding?
No, I believe you. You have to leave.
Is that Ben or is that you too?
That's both of us.
What the hell's the matter with you?
Why do you think they hired you and put you on our picture, except to use your friendship with us?
Forget it. Why would I want to stay in a house that would have me for a guest in the first place? Is he gonna get past this?
I don't think so. You know Ben.
Once he thinks something, he won't let go.
What's gonna happen to you and me?
I have to choose, Hal. Ben or you. You or Ben. It can't be both. It has to be Ben. Just quit there, that's all. Get another job.
Oh, that's easy for you. That is so casual. There's your house. There's your rolls. Upstairs, your jewels and your fur coats. Above it all, not me. I don't have a Rolls Royce, or jewels, or a fur coat. I am not above anything. I have a living to make. I have a child to take care of. I worry that there's food on the table and clothes on his back and a school for him to go to where he will be safe. I don't find it as easy as you do to think about throwing away a job that pays me $80,000 a year.
Right. Inside world, 80,000 isn't so dirty if it's for a good cause.
Oh, don't you holier than thou me. When's the last time you made a movie with all your clothes on?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Mr. Fallon, I have something very good. Hostetter, the psychic, had a dream about Grace Kelly. He dreamed she was on the beach at Malibu with somebody. She was definitely not by herself. I put an ad in Classified. If you saw Grace Kelly in the last 48 hours, call me collect.
Mr. Fallon?
Yes, Simon.
I thought Grant was supposed to report to me here today.
You mean she didn't come in?
No.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Fallon?
Put me through to Mrs. Grant's house, please.
Yes, sir.
This is the answer we got on the ad. You say you saw Grace Kelly.
Yes.
Where did you see her?
At Malibu, I was walking on the beach.
When was this?
In the middle of the night.
You were walking on the beach in the middle of the night.
I have Mrs. Grant's house.
How long
Hello?
ago was it?
Hello?
Good morning, Mrs. Sky. Is Mrs. Grant there?
No, she isn't.
Can you talk freely?
Yes, the boy's in school.
When was the last time you saw her?
This morning. She left early. She just kissed the boy goodbye and left. I don't know where she went.
Well, if she calls again or she comes home, please call me immediately. And it's not necessary for her to know that you're calling me.
I'm always discreet, Mr. Fallon.
And you know I appreciate it.
Oh, yes. You're a very generous man.
You were walking on the beach in the middle of the night. How long ago was that?
3 nights ago.
What happened then?
Well, I said to her, Princess Grace? And she said, yes. Then I said, what are you doing here, Grace? You died in Monaco in the car. And she said, I felt a longing to see America again.
The headline is, Princess Grace still haunts the American land she loved.
Use it.
Operator, I want to make a call to New York, charge it to my home phone in Santa Barbara.
Stanley Clark?
Stan, this is Helen Grant.
Yeah?
I forgive you.
You what? You forgive me? You forgive me for what?
Don't you remember what you did?
Don't try to lay some kind of guilt trip on me. What you did, not me.
I want to come back.
Stan?
Nobody wants you here.
Okay, look, I made a mistake.
You bet your boots you did.
People make mistakes.
And sometimes they don't get forgiven. Now, don't kid yourself, Grant. It's not just me. There isn't a decent magazine in this town that'll pick anybody up from inside world. You're stuck in your cesspool, pal.
Mr. Fallen, do you want to talk to Mrs. Skye on 4?
Yes, Mrs. Skye?
I haven't heard from Mrs. Grant directly, Mr. Fallen, but I did get a call from the operator a couple of minutes ago. Mrs. Grant made a telephone call to New York and charged it here.
Thank you.
Hello, research. Jim speaking.
Mrs. Grant just made a long-distance telephone call to New York, and she charged it to her home phone number. Would you find out who she made that call to?
Yes, sir.
Now, I want you to listen to this, Mrs. Hurt.
This is about the UFO kidnapping we did the story on last February.
One moment, please.
Thank you.
Hello. I'm Miss Hummel. May I help you?
Well, just for the heck of it, I was wondering, how much is this jacket?
Oh, this is on special sale today. It's $3,500. Would you like to try it on?
Sure.
Oh, it's darling.
Suppose I don't have the cash to pay for it.
Oh, we'll be glad to take your check. See, I can't wear a coat like this, but you can. It's cool. It's wonderful.
Well, I don't suppose I need it right now.
Oh, sometimes the important thing is to have something what we don't need. Isn't that the truth?
Well, I have a company credit card. Did you take those?
The woman is pregnant. They claim they were married on a spaceship by the aliens. Their bishop says they're lying. He says the child will be born out of wedlock. I would like to tie this whole thing up in a headline that says something like, a bishop decides spaceship baby illegitimate.
Mr. Fallen, will you speak to a Miss Hummel of the Hamburg Fur Shop in Beverly Hills? It's about a credit card, she says.
Put it through. Go right ahead.
Well, what is the problem? All they have
Hello,
to do
this is Hal
get married.
The problem is the bishop doesn't want to marry them.
We'll let them find somebody else.
They're a very devout couple. They don't want to get married outside their church.
And what is it she wishes to buy?
We're talking about a mink jacket at $3,500.
That's the problem. You don't understand.
Under a Supreme Court
One moment,
ruling, the
please.
question of legitimacy.
Hold it. Hold it. Aren't we committed to this?
Yes.
Didn't we run a positive article in their kidnapping?
We certainly did, yes.
Then they're as good as married, aren't they?
But there's a legal question as to whether an alien has the power to perform a marriage.
That's what the bishop is challenging.
The bishop is an idiot. If the captain of a vessel can marry people, certainly the master of a spaceship can have at least the same power.
More power. His spaceship is farther from shore.
Then let's cut out all this nonsense. You talk to your people. Tell them to sue the bishop. Dereliction of duty, defamation of character, and Seymour. Get them a lawyer. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting.
Would you like to talk to Mrs. Grant yourself?
No, that won't be necessary.
You do approve of the use of the credit card, then?
We have no problem.
Thank you.
Any further questions?
Yes, Andrea?
I'm going to take my lunch now. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Okay, bye-bye. I can get it for you.
When?
As soon as I can run off a copy without anyone getting suspicious.
$300, right?
500.
$350.
You want to fool around, forget it. $500 in advance.
Keep cool. You got it.
Call you at the number you gave me as soon as I have the copy run off.
Sorry to keep you waiting. How can I help you?
I want to talk to Simon.
He's on another call. Can he call you back?
I'm in a hurry. Tell him this message. Tell him that his copy of the insurance agreement is ready, but not to come himself. My boss might recognize him. Tell him to send somebody else.
Your name, please?
Don't worry about that. He'll know.
Tomorrow. Now, that'll be fine. I give the message. Yes, thank you very much. No, I have it now. Thank you.
I'm Helen Grant.
I'm Essie Marlowe.
Hi.
New coat?
Just?
I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a job for you. You can pick this up for me.
Get a messenger.
Do you want to get in a fight with me? I mean, you come in here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You just walk in the door, nothing on your mind. Thank you for the apology. Thank you for the explanation. Come on, I'm not asking you to do anything out of line.
I'm not a messenger girl.
Hardly. Not on your salary.
Why? Do you think I'm overpaid?
My dear woman, I'm sure that they can't pay you enough. I mourn for you. My eyes fill with tears. My heart cracks for you.
Please, don't bleed on the floor, okay?
Listen, you want to go to the mat on this? You want to get into a killing war? How about we call Fawn on the phone, bring him in as a referee? Huh? I'm sure he'd appreciate it. I know he's got nothing better to do. Essie, get Fawn on the phone.
Essie, don't.
Here's the address. Right now. Right?
Do I get to keep the tip? Excuse me.
Yes.
You have something for Simon? Thank you.
Andrea, this clause calls for a notification. You looking for me?
She's in the wrong office.
Oh, I'm sorry I bothered you.
Did we ever send this notification?
Excuse me, could you do me a favor?
The envelope, please.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
Hey! You check this out?
Check what out?
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing? Give me my purse. Give me that.
What did you do with that letter?
What?
What did you do with that letter?
Drop them out.
Yes?
We have a little trouble.
I'm listening.
I used Grant to pick up a copy of the agreement between North and Brown. She brought me back an empty envelope, one sheet of blank paper.
Was the envelope empty when she got it?
Well, I checked with Brown's secretary. She swears on her mother that there was a copy of the agreement in it when she turned it over.
And you believe it?
The flap was resealed with tape.
Well, this is annoying. I'm working on the front page now, but I don't see how we can use the story without documentation. Can you get another copy of that letter?
Well, yeah, but it's going to take a little time. The secretary's worried that Grant's going to turn her in. She'd lose her job. She's afraid to make a copy now. I'd have to twist her arm.
What happens if they decide to take it public? Suppose they call a general press conference and turn it over to the media from their point of view. Then we lose control of the situation, and I'm sitting here with a dead front page.
I'd like to see a dead Grant.
Never break the pieces, Simon. Not until you're sure you don't need them any longer. I think what we have to do now is to find some way to pit the parties against one another. I mean, some way to be sure that the Rowans don't trust her, no matter what Mrs. Grant tells them.
Oh, yeah, but...
Well, thanks, Simon. Thanks for calling.
Composing room.
Manny, this is Mr. Fallon. I need one copy of a new front page. Come up to my office and I'll tell you what I need.
Right away, sir.
Yes, Mr. Fallon.
I want a motorcycle message. Take something to Los Angeles.
Hi, Mr. Rowe. Hi. Please sign here. Sure. Hey, okay, thank you. Sure like your pictures.
Who was it, baby?
Something by...
What's happening? What's going on?
Mom, Ben is dead.
What? It was on television. Mr. Rowan had a heart attack.
We were watching the news. It was on the news. You all right? Yeah, I guess. Are you gonna be home now? Yeah, I'm here. We were scared something happened to you, too. It's okay. I'm here, baby. It's okay.
Mr. Fallon's waiting for you.
Here. Blow your nose. Better? Where is he?
He asked to sit by the pool.
I have to talk to Mr. Fallon, okay?
Is this bad for us?
What do you mean?
Do we have to go back to New York now?
Go back to New York? Why?
Because Ben's dead.
What has that got to do with New York?
Well, Mrs. Sky said you were working on a story about his movie, him and Meg.
How do you know what I'm working on?
From Mr. Fallen. When he called here, when he was looking for you this afternoon. I said I didn't know where you were. He said you were supposed to be in Hollywood on the story about Mr. Rowan's movie and his wife.
We'll talk about New York.
Mom, I want to stay here.
Now you go to bed. I'll be back in a minute.
Wait for me, Troy.
Trouble.
I was trying to protect my friends.
We sent you to pick up a document.
I tore it up.
The important thing is that you withheld it from us.
You could say that.
Our agreement stipulates that any attempt on your part to withhold information automatically triggers the dissolution of that contract. That's true, isn't it?
Yes.
Then we no longer have a contract. You broke it. What are you going to do now?
I'll find another job.
I understand you call Lifestyle today. They won't take you back.
Well, there are other magazines.
You know where you're going to live?
No.
You'll have to take your boy out of school now, won't you?
Yes, I will.
And that $3,500 that you charged to buy that coat, we'll have to settle that now that you're leaving us. You have the money?
No.
When will you be able to pay it back?
Look. McKee tore my coat.
And you tore up the letter.
What do you want, Mr. Fallen?
I want not to have to fire you.
In exchange for what?
I want two things. First, I want to know that you want the job, and then I want your loyalty. I took you on faith the first time. Now I want proof. I want Ben Rowan's picture.
Ben Rowan is dead.
Yes, I know.
How did you get in here?
I told the guard I was your sister.
What do you want?
I want you to trust me.
What are you really doing here?
I need your trust and your friendship.
be my friend again. Meg, this is what I'm doing here. They want me to take Ben's picture for the front page. I was up all night trying to think it through. Don't turn me away. I don't have anywhere else to go.
Get out of here.
I don't want to take this picture.
Get out before I have the guard called and throw you out.
Who are you talking to? It's me, Helen.
I don't know you.
Oh, yes, you do. You've known me for a long, long time. In our sophomore year, when you had sleepless nights, when you were trying to think it through, and I was up with you every night because I was your friend. I was your friend then, and I'm your friend now.
Not my friend.
Ben's friend.
Not his friend.
We three loved each other.
We're past that.
Then let's turn it around. Be my friend again. Please, what did I do? I took a job you told me not to, but what did I do?
What did you do? After you killed him?
What are you talking about? You're a whore. What are you talking about?
I saw the story you wrote.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never wrote any story.
I had to put up my salary to get Ben a job. Meg North tells college roommate.
No, I never wrote that. I swear by Ben. So be it. A whore.
I guess I want the job after all.